You know, going to some competitions and stuff. What kind of grappling tournaments did you do? Did you did a couple? Because there's some footage out there of you doing some flying submissions and all that kind of stuff. Have you ever done anything like no-gi pans, or do you ever have? Do you have any interest in doing that?
Yeah, it's definitely something I would like to do. You know, like for me, like at this point now, like while I'm still fighting, like it doesn't make any sense for me because
Mhm.
if like maybe I go and I do like no gi pans and I do fine and I don't get hurt and everything's good,
Yeah,
um, and but maybe I step wrong and I break my ankle and now I can't fight for a long time, or maybe I
yeah.
get caught in something. You know what I mean? Like, or and there's definitely like a big target on my back
Oh
going and
yeah.
doing something like
Oh,
that
for
because
sure.
people always like, oh, I got Lauzon. It's like, okay, you got me, but like like, or if I try to be safe and like if I get caught in something, I just tap super early and things like that to make sure I don't get hurt. It doesn't screw me for a fight or something like that. I'm gonna be hearing about it. Like I used to do tons of tournaments. I've won like all kinds of like absolute divisions, like local ones, and I've won all kinds of Naga tournaments and things like that. And we used to go down to New Jersey and do tons of stuff like that. Uh, and I lost the guy, kind of a semi-local guy, up near me. And it was like I've been training like 3 months, and I still hear about that match all the time. Oh, you remember when so and so beat you? I'm like, dude, I was like 3 months training. Like the guy was like a black belt at the time. Like I was jumping up, and I hear about how he took me down and then stalled his ass off in north south and refused to move and just hung onto my pants for the entire match, and I still hear about it. So it's like it's kind of like I would like to do it, but I would also not like to hear people throwing stuff in my face all the time, just because I try to play it safe or be just play it safe, I guess.
Well, just tell them that you're gonna like ground and pound them or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like it just bugs me. You know what I mean? Like I'm just super competitive. I just don't like hearing that. And obviously, like I'm gonna lose matches and it's gonna happen. But like
Yeah,
it's like I don't if I legitimately lose a match because like I give it everything I have and I lose, I'll never care about that. But it's like if I go and lose a match because like I got in a weird position and I don't want to get hurt or something like that, or like I've done really really well with bonuses in the UFC and things like that. So if you're talking about making $100,000 in a night in a fight versus doing a tournament for a stupid medal or sword or something, it's like you can't even compare the two.
Yeah, it's a huge
absolutely.
liability, right?
Yeah, it's just not smart. You know what I mean? Like injuries happen enough in the gym when there's nothing online. There's it's not a big deal. So it's I don't know. I would like to do it, but I have to do it if I'm gonna do it. I gotta do it when I'm far out from a fight where I can't be so worried about it. What I really need to do is I need to have a fight, come out of the fight flawless, and then get into some kind of big tournament right after that. That would be perfect.
Yeah. Speaking of just the competing things, just the reason I mentioned that, Joe, is I'm not like saying, hey, you better go do no gay pants or whatever. I just asked because Benson Henderson, of course, as you know, has been competing in the IBJJF circuit in between fights, I guess. And and you make a good point because whoever beat him now probably thinks they have a feather in their cap. Like, yeah, I sub Benson, I'm the man, But I mean, you make a good point there. But however, I'm sure. I don't know, at the brown belt, black belt level, I mean, I would expect that behavior from white belts and blue belts, purple belt even, but maybe brown belt, they'll be a little more mature about it. I don't know. What were your thoughts on that? But
I mean, maybe it could be more mature, but I don't know. I mean, I think like just about every community is always going to have guys where guys brag or guys talk about this or guys talk about that. Like my whole thing is if I'm going to compete, I want to compete. I don't want to compete with training wheels and try to just stay super safe. Like, and honestly, like what would probably happen is I wouldn't tap early. I probably would not err on the side of caution. I would probably try to gut it out or make it work or whatever, and I would probably end up getting hurt. So
yeah,
uh, it's
well,
whatever. And honestly, I'm not delusional either. Like I understand that like that's not my thing. If I go and put on a gi, or I try to compete with these guys, that's all they do. I'm automatically starting way behind the ball because that's not what I focus on. These guys are focusing on gi all the time. For years and years and years, they're doing nothing but gi and they're working on the gi. And like I'll get like I'll get crushed by sport grapplers. Like there's a difference between like I think there's guys that have good jiu-jitsu and then I think there's guys that are good sport grapplers. I think they're completely different in a lot of cases.
mhm.
Guys that are going up for all kinds of crazy stuff is not going to be the same as like a guy that's a good MMA grappler. And I'm a good MMA grappler. I am not a good sport grappler, and I will get crushed by those guys. Um, so it would not. I don't think it would go well for me. I guess is what I'm saying.